One more game! One more game! It echoed throughout the Squid Games arena. Welcome back to Fog Entertainment. It's Season 2, Episode 5. We rejoin our heroes and our one villain, one in particular, 001, not quite 007, but I tell you what, you take away two, you've got 5 members of the group trying to survive, trying to make it through. We see an action-packed montage this episode of people dying, people living. They get to game 1, they get to game 5. Some people barely make it, some people barely don't, right? It's just, you have to kill people off. The spinning top, that's probably the worst one for me.
What do you mean you barely don't make it? If you don't make it, you don't make it.
Yeah, you barely don't make it. I.e., you get close and they shoot you.
That doesn't make any sense.
Says who?
Me.
Well,
and anyone who can grasp the English language.
Well, you're not one of them, right? And these Koreans certainly don't grasp the English language, alright? Because we don't grasp Korean. We know how good we are, folks. We watch it in English dubbed. Do you know, there's not one person I know that watches it in English dubbed.
The good people watch it in English dubbed?
No, it's dumbed down, man, to like Somalian level IQ.
It's not that bad, come
Jihan,
on.
you will take milk with your tea. It's like, alright then, Jihan. No, it's awful. I watched the first...
To be fair, one of the best, probably the best Korean show I've ever watched, didn't have dubbing.
I watched the first episode and a half with no dubbing, and it was better than what I've seen since then.
Nah, I think
People are getting killed and Jihan's like, oh. It's like, come on. Reel it in, Jihan. Anyway, essentially it comes down to 2 groups. Oh, there's no pressure on us, guys, because no one's looking.
I don't think he's actually pronounced the H in it, by the way.
Jihoon.
I think it's more like a silent H.
Jihoon.
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 Jihoon. Anyway, right, they're down to the last 2 groups. There's 10 of them left. We've got our good group and the other good group, but we don't know any of their names. Oh, we'll see yous at the end of it. So the first 3 pretty much passed with ease. The Rock, bang, smashed. Gachi smacked off the floor. Then the whole dice picked them up, bang, 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 bang. Then it gets to number 1.
I tell you what, I like the wee theme that was playing during this.
I liked it too. But the arse went with number 1.
And when you had, what was his name? John Hee. Oh no, Deho. When he was doing the whole...
Marine Corps.
When he was doing the whole dice thing, man, he just made it look like, I mean, it was flawless.
Oh, he did.
It was probably the easiest looking... I know the other 2 did theirs on the first attempt, but it's just the way he done his, man. It's probably the easiest anyone's ever made a Squid Game look. I will say that number 1 in Season 1 did make a red light, green light look pretty easy.
He did. I knew something was up when he was bossing that, man.
Now, apparently, if you watch back, there weren't the censors. He wasn't even being censored. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not. Heard that could be true.
Maybe it doesn't go near pish.
Well, apparently he couldn't lose. Even in the tug of war, apparently he wasn't even tied to the thing, which I never noticed. Like, but
is that not bullshit though? Oh, I wanted to feel the rush of the games.
Couldn't they fucking die?
Come on.
Well, what would have happened if he picked Umbrella? He'd have been absolutely screwed.
No, I tell you what, though, I honestly get the feeling here with number 1 that he is willing to die. Now, bearing in mind, we haven't really played any games that's put him at serious risk.
Well, he put himself at serious risk here because it's his time to do the whole spinning wheel deal, and he just can't do it. He can't make the top thing spin. He can't make the gadget spin. And then he wraps it up. He goes to spin it and literally somehow tosses it 180 degrees in the opposite direction, and it lands pretty much all the way back at the start of the game. And he turns around and says to his gang, "Sorry guys, that one was on me." It's like, oh, no fucking shit.
You know, he fired it like halfway across Korea.
Are you going to blame Jihan?
Jihan, but they make it through with about 19 seconds to the next game, and then he's doing the keepy uppies. The 5th one looks too far in front, but then number 1 comes up good, stretches forward, clips it off Jihoon, and we survive.
Jihoon gets the last touch there, but Jihoon may have scored the goal, but the assist certainly came from the front man. And we then see them just cross the line, and they cross the line with about 2 seconds to go, 3 seconds to go. So had number 1, had the front man not assisted Jihoon and getting that 5th touch, then our team would have 100% been dead because there would have been no enough time to restart this. They cross the line, they're all happy, but their happiness kind of ends when we hear 5 gunshots, and it is the other team. They didn't make it. I think they had just completed their 5th game, but they didn't have enough time to get round. And you know what? that kind of fucking sucks. I'm not saying that they should make exceptions, but I don't know, maybe the finish line should have just been once you complete the 5th game.
Maybe. Yeah,
Say you're on the 5th game with like 5 seconds to go, you may as well just get up.
Yeah, and the 5th one with the keep you up, he's like, but...
Realistically, how much time do you need, do you think, getting into that 5th game? I'd say you probably need over 20 seconds.
Yeah, minimum 20 seconds. But it's a tough one, like, but I look at this game and
Although,
think...
to be honest, I mean, 5 keep you up, you could probably do in less than 5 seconds.
I think this game, though, is a wee bit unrealistic, right? Because they would pass it, and they would all look at each other and like, oh, yeah. It's like, you'd be fucking dragging them to the next game. There wouldn't be any time wasting. Oh, congratulations.
Do you mean in general, or do you mean this?
No, in general, like, most groups are, like, taking the piss. Like, oh, brilliant. Good, well done, team.
Well, maybe,
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Well, maybe,
Ji-hun.
Maybe in the Korean version they don't do that. Maybe they're all super serious, you know. Like,
maybe for us, their numbers go above fucking 2. But yeah, I mean,
maybe 001. That's the IQ.
Yeah, I mean, they get back. They pretty much they do the whole vote. I don't like the voting after every game. It gives them like an opt out, doesn't it?
You know, it's. I think it's too repetitive.
Yeah. Are you going to vote this way?
And to me, it's just. I mean, it does kind of drag the episode out. I agree with I think the original voting after the first game in season 1 was good because everybody knew what they were doing, and I think that it should be a thing after maybe the first game once players actually realise what's in store for them. But I mean, if you're willing to say yes after game 1, you've seen people die, then you're probably willing to go all the way, aren't you?
No, I agree.
And if you're willing to say no after the first game, then I'm going to bet that you're because if you're willing to, let's say you do survive, the money, your share's just going to go up and up and up. I think it's unrealistic that all of a sudden you're going to be voting no, but then start voting yes to continue because you get greedy all of a sudden.
No, I know.
I just don't really see why a no vote would turn into a yes vote unless you were like being manipulated or something like that, or had something hanging over your head. You were being persuaded or whatever.
No, I totally agree, but it is repetitive, and then what you get is just a shit ton of downtime in between the games. Even with the extra voting after every game, they're just sitting there discussing the same old shit. It's like, you got stuff here with the transgender, the old woman, her son, and it's like, Mom, you're embarrassing me. You don't ask her personal questions like, so you're doing the game to fix your body? And it's like, that's what they're doing. And then they need to go to the toilet at night. She's like, you don't ask women, you don't stop women if you go into the toilet. That's personal. And then, alright, I'll let you two go. Because this old woman's going to piss herself, and then the transgender appears out of nowhere, and it's like, no, but see, honestly,
the triangle guy should have just shut the door and went, nah, you're not getting in.
No, but see to me, right, this made the transgender look like a predator. No, it did. It was like, oh, look, I was on, but you know what, obviously they're not going to write it that way, but...
Or is it just a coincidence and she needed a toilet at the same time?
Why not just appear with the three of them? What purpose did it serve with her sneaking up at the end?
I don't know, but obviously nothing happens because...
And how does the triangle guy know that she needs to go to the women's toilet?
It'd be funny if he closed the door and went, hi, your toilet's over there.
Your toilet's over there, buddy. Yeah, but I mean, that was just a bit filler. You got them just more discussing the games, and the Marine Corps guy, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm sorry, guys, I don't know why I voted that way. One more game. But then, number 100, who's like, I need the money, I'm 27 billion trillion won in debt. He's like, one more game, and
he needs more than one more game. What's he on about?
No, one more game might suit him if everyone else dies, but he needs like everyone to die.
Yeah, but I mean, realistically, man, you can see that the rate people are dropping off, man. It's unlikely that the amount of people that he needs to die are going to die next episode.
No, I agree, but I mean,
and especially see that with that Mingo game, I think it's pretty clear that the games are designed, I think, to get you down to the bare bones for the last game. That's the way, and I know we've only seen it once, and technically it would have been free in the first series had Chung Su, or whatever his name was, or Chu Won, had he not killed the model. But I think it's unlikely you're going to get into the 6th game with 20 people remaining. But here, maybe that would make this season a bit different. I think the thing that is too predictable is, well, obviously, number 1 and Jihan can't really, because he's exited the game, but I don't know, I hope when we get to the final game, it's not just... But then again, it's like, how are we going to get a final game? Because Jihan's not going to be willing to kill anybody. Unless he is up against...
Like-minded fellows. Or an evil person.
I like the front man, but the front man appears... Could the front man join the games again? I mean, maybe.
Well, I didn't know he dropped it. Did he drop it?
Well, I mean, boom. Spoiler there, guys, but...
I mean, he dropped it. He just fucking walked it. He just said, well, I'll watch it.
Yeah, to make his link. Goodbye.
Wait. Anyway, well, right, Thanos and his wee buddy took drugs. See the next time they mention... Oh. Do you know, apparently this Thanos guy did this for free to get some free publicity. He got fired for his K-pop group because he was taking drugs. And then he's on a TV show where all he does is take drugs. That's just weird to me. Episode ends where they go to mingle the game, which looks good. You know what? I thought this game was alright, but when the episode ended, I thought the game was going to be like a merry-go-round, and if you fell off it, it was like going to be barbed wire or like, chainsaws or something on the outside, like a saw trap. But, we're going to run and hide behind doors. It's like, it just sounds a bit shite, doesn't it?
I thought it was alright. I think you're bashing it.
No, I thought the game was good, but admit a merry-go-round Royal Rumble with like fucking saws at the buzz saws.
But then, what? It's supposed to be fair. What fairness would it be if you just stand on the outside?
Well, what fairness is it if you go first on the glass bridge? You know what I mean? Like, where do you?
I know, but you draw the numbers there. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe you draw the number here. Like, you can pick where you go. You pick where you go.
Not really.
You go row 1 or row 2. Row 2's inside, row 1's outside.
You're fucking lit. Anyway, that was it really. We get another vote, don't we? Yeah, and pretty much that's it.
They vote to stay because that's what we do.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm going to give...
Well, all the main cast, the good guys vote to go because they want to leave, they want to get here.
Tell you what, there's a lot of main characters left. So, we'll see how that plays out.
Yeah, there is a lot of main characters.
I'll give it a...
We'll see what happens.
I'll give it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was pretty basic.
One more game. I liked the actual game that they played. And I thought it was cool seeing the frontman fuck up on purpose. I mean, just I don't know, I guess they put Gian under pressure. But yeah, I do think that after that, it did kind of drag, wasn't it? It was just more discussions about another vote.
Yeah.
Then, by the time they do get led into the game, it ends. I mean, if we compare... if we compare Season 1 to Season 2, man, there was just more games in Season 1. And you feel like with Season 1 being the introduction season, so I feel like Season 2 should have had more games, because you already know what you're getting.
True, but I guess the whole gimmick is that it's supposed to be a game system that... It's flawed, because how can you make the games harder for the new round of contestants when it's supposed to be like an even playing field? You know what I mean? It's not supposed to be like, oh, this is Season 2. It's supposed, like, obviously we're watching it as Season 2, but in the actual Squid Game world, it's not set up to make the games harder.
No, I'm not
for
saying
us.
the game should be harder. I just think at this point, after Episode 5, we should have seen more than 2 games.
I agree.
Or we're about to get the third one, but...
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, guys.
Yeah.
I'm getting a 6 out of 10. What are you getting it?
I'll get a 7. Like that.
Ooh, 6.5 out of 10. 2 episodes to go. We'll review them soon. Till then, peace.